Hello, everyone. So good to see you again on my Gift Away Wednesday. My name is Pat Johnson, and I am the owner of Scriptural Tiles by Paje. We make a variety of wonderful coasters, plaques, trivets, and clocks embellished with inspirational quotes and uplifting verses. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my what, where, when, and how I got started with my business. And hopefully, it will be an inspiration to someone else who might want to use God given talents to glorify Him. I'm going to start with the what today. No, I'm going to start with the where. Where was I when I got this brainstorm? Well, I got it from God, but where was I? I was sitting on my couch reading my devotionals that I try to read daily. I strive to read daily. I don't always make the mark, but I strive to read daily. And I came across this passage about talents. And one of the devotionals that I absolutely love is my very, very best devotional is Jesus Calling. And it's by Sarah Young. And the reason I love it so much is because it just feels like God is it's written in a way that God seems like God is just talking to you. And I try to read it in the morning so it gets me in the right frame of mind and to get to do what I need to do during the day. It just keeps me anchored and focused on what I need to do and how I need to do it and allowing God to lead me. So I was reading this, and another reason why I like it so much is because each verse has scriptural references that I love this. Some of them just resonated with me, so I would write them down. As you can see, the journal has been very, very much used. I wrote some on the back, and I ran out of space and even wrote some on the inside cover. But I just loved some of the scriptures, and they just stuck with me. So I just journaled them. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because as I tell you about how I got started, this is a big part of it, this devotional and these scriptural verses. So I was reading my devotional, and I was reading one about how God has given us talents, God-given talents to glorify Him and to spread His word. And I just thought about it. What am I doing with my talents? I had retired about 2 or 3, maybe about 4 years earlier. And I was just enjoying life, going out with my friends and doing whatever I wanted to do. But I really wasn't using my talents. I was in church, I was on the choir, but I really wasn't using that God-given talent. And I knew that I had something in there to contribute to what God wanted me to do. I was an art teacher for 36 years. I love working with my hands. I love design. And I knew it was something. So it brings me to the what. After I accepted the call that God had placed in my spirit to start using my talents to glorify Him, I began to think about what is it that I'm going to do? I hadn't really thought about it until I read this passage in this devotional. So I began to give it some thought, and I knew that I wanted to use these passages that I had written down because I loved them so much. I said that would be a way of glorifying God. I could spread them. I could put them on something and let other people see it, and that would be something that I could do to glorify God and to spread His word. But I didn't know what. So I talked to my niece, Erica. I have a picture of Erica. She kind of helped me in the right direction. I said, Erica, I want to do something with words. Erica has a small business where she makes T-shirts. And I knew she knew what to do with words. So I want to do something where I want to put small words on something because I want to make verses. So she steered me in the right direction, told me what tools to get, what machines I needed. And of course, I had to learn how to do all of this once I bought everything. And so I taught myself and trial and error. And lo and behold, you know, I just give God all the praise and all the glory because it's only him nudging me that got me up to start doing this. But I was so excited when I made my first plaque, and I didn't know what I was going to put it on. So I worked with the words, and then I said, well, what am I going to put it on? And I said, I don't want to use cloth or fabric, and I don't want to use wood per se. I want to, so I kept thinking about it, and lo and behold, I had just moved a few months earlier, maybe a few, few months earlier into a new home. And underneath my steps were a bunch of towels that they had used to build the house. And I said, what? I don't know. I said, I'll just experiment with these. So I took a couple of them out to experiment. They were big too. And I made my first towel, and I have a picture of how it looked. This was my very first floor tile that I used to wean myself into what I am now doing. Family, where life begins and love never ends. This is heavy, but I said, I'm going to try it. So this was my very first one. And I had a friend to come by, and I showed it to her. And her name is Charlene. This is Charlene. Very, very, very close, one of my best buddies. And she said, Pat, I really like that. I really do. It's very nice. And I have something that I have to do where I think that this would, I'd like to buy this from you. I said, what? She said, yes, I'm going to an affair, and I think that this would be the perfect gift that I can give. I said, well, it's really heavy. She said, that's not a problem. So she bought this from me, and I was just blown away. I was so excited, and this just gave me my motivation to continue to what I was doing. So I began to go to think about, well, where could I sell these? And that brings me to the when. When was I going to break out with my ideas and sell them? And lo and behold, my church was having a Christmas bazaar. And this was in October. This was in October when I got all these brainstorms. So I was working. I said, I wonder if I can do that Christmas bazaar. It was really the end of November. So that only gave me about 6 or 8 weeks to pull this together. Well, do you know, I did the church bazaar, and I have a picture of us with our little tags on. It was at my church, New Psalmist Baptist Church. This is my daughter-in-law. She was a big part of helping us out with this particular bazaar. And also my daughter came in also to help me. And this is a picture of my daughter. And she also came to help me out. We were all excited. Well, we got so many rave reviews about what we were doing, and I was just blown away. And the people bought, and I was just flabbergasted. I was just blown away. So after the Christmas bazaar, in fact, Christmas is my best season. But after we finished with the Christmas, I began to do craft shows and conferences and all kinds of venues where I could put a table up and sell my wares. And I did very, very well. God is just awesome. here I am on the couch reading a devotional, and now I am selling my wares, glorifying his name. And so when I began to think about, I just couldn't sell this real big one as my primary size. So I decided that I would try to look at some other tiles that I loved, putting this on in different sizes. So I came up with some 4x4 tiles. These became my coasters. And I have this particular set is one of my very, very best sellers. This is the Scriptural Coaster Set. You can find all of these on my website, as you can see on the screen. The second tile is Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. And these are ceramic tiles. But seek first the kingdom of God. And the final one is I can do all things through Christ. And these are ceramic, but I also make them in marble tiles, a little more upscale marble tiles. Then I thought about another size that I wanted to show you this one too. Another scriptural verse that I love, and great for Mother's Day. All of these are great for Mother's Day. Mother was the top one. Who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies. Strength and honor are her clothing. So that's another nice one. I just pulled that one out because I know Mother's Day is coming. And this is also on marble. Then I said, well, let's go to another size. So I went up from the 4x4 coaster size to a 6x6 trivet size. And these are great because you can use them for hot plates. You can use them as a plaque. And I always share this. You can also use these as a jumbo coaster. Put a big cup on there, or put it on your night table. Put a cup of tea. So this is very versatile. So this is my trivet. And so I graduated. I did the 4x4. Now I have the 6x6 size. So I'm just growing and growing with what I'm doing with my tiles. This is another tile that I love. Trust. God isn't asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust that he already has. And that really, really stuck with my spirit, because that's the premise for this whole business. I had to trust him to figure out what I was doing. And I just tried to follow his lead, and I still am. Okay, and then I have another size I need is my coaster size. My photo size. I'm going to show these next. This is a really interesting size. I call these my hexagon size. They're much larger. You can still sit them in an easel. And I put beautiful scriptural verses on these and inspirational verses. When life gets too hard to stand, kneel. This is one of my very good sellers as well. And we can put this on trivets as well. Okay. Then I thought about a photo frame. And so I kind of fell upon this size coaster. This is a 6x12 size. And so you can do a vertical orientation. This is my sister Jerry and myself. And my sister is the best. Great gift for Mother's Day too, if you have a sister that you like to bless with a Mother's Day gift. And you can do the horizontal side as well. This is still a 6x9. But I have both orientations, horizontal and vertical. Then I asked my husband, I said, you think we can make clocks? Manasseh's my husband. Manasseh, you want to come over and say hi? I always introduce my husband. You can get way in the camera this time. They say they don't always see me. But this is my husband, and he does the clocks for me and the coaster holders and whatever else he needs to do. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so he put the clocks together for me. This is a clock that I designed. Faith is not believing that God can. It's knowing that he will. And I have had to have a lot of faith on this walk with this journey with my business and this walk with God directing me. But I am trying to be faithful, knowing that he will do what he said. All right. Another size that I have, this is a little bit larger, is the 8x12. This is a photo and the clock. So I have some of those on my website as well. So there you have it. That is how I got started with my business. I am just so overjoyed of how God is continuing to bless me and bless my business as I try to bless others and to glorify him. So I hope that you will take a look at my website and see a plethora of other ideas that I've come up with. We also do sorority and fraternity, beautiful gift ideas. We do personalization. So I could go on and on. God is just opening up all kinds of doors for me. And Manasseh and I are just so excited because we don't know what he's going to do next. But I hope you stick around and find out along with us. So it's been good talking with you, and you have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.